Hello there, guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Yeah, it's been a bit of a long time since I've been uploaded videos, so I do apologize. But I promise you, this time I'll make sure I do a match previews before the game, a live watch along, and a match review after the game because this laptop has really caused problems, and the Wi-Fi as well has been really terrible. So that's why I couldn't upload so many videos. But I promise you everything is okay now. The Wi-Fi's better, the laptop is fixed, so hopefully nothing goes wrong ever again. So I do apologize. Yeah, and today is a very special video because this game is huge for Chelsea and for Thomas Tuchel. This is a match preview for Tottenham versus Chelsea, and the game kicks off today at 8 p.m. UK time, and the place is going to be at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, their new stadium, and yeah, this is going to be very interesting for Thomas Tuchel on this game because now he has facing the top six team, the first top six team, which is Tottenham Hotspur. And it's going to be very interesting to see if Thomas Tuchel can beat Jose Mourinho. And I'll and I'll and later in this video I'll tell you why I'm confident that Chelsea can beat Tottenham away from home. But first of all, I'm going to give you the press conference that Thomas Tuchel released yesterday. Now, basically, he mentioned the two players that are not going to feature are Kurt Zuma and Kai Havertz. They've picked up a little bit of injury since the training. They're checking on these two, but they haven't confirmed if they're ready to be playing for the Tottenham game against Chelsea later today. So we really don't know. And our centre defensive midfielder N'Golo Kante is back. So yeah. Now the big question is, will Thomas Tuchel start N'Golo Kante or put him on the bench? For me, yeah, I want to have N'Golo Kante on the bench because, you know, because the only reason why I said that is because remember the game against Arsenal when we lost 3-1. Reece James start and Ben Chilwell start, and they've been absolutely awful in that game when we've lost 3-1 to Arsenal. They have been awful. So and the same thing goes for Kai Havertz and for Pulisic. When these lot came on, I think a game against Aston Villa, I'm really not quite sure. They've been really poor, really poor. So I don't the same thing to happen to N'Golo Conte. You know, when he's free of injury, he starts, and I definitely don't want that to happen because he will do exactly the same thing. When he comes on, he will not perform the way we expected him to perform. So that's why I want to have N'Golo Conte on the bench for this game today. The next game, maybe he can start. So yeah. I would have N'Golo Conte on the bench. So yeah, those are the press conferences, and he spoke about Jose Mourinho. He's feeling confident that he can go away against Tottenham Hotspur and get another win and hopefully another clean sheet. And yeah, things are starting to be really improving under Thomas Tuchel. The performance is good. I forgot to mention Marcos Alonso in my match and review. Like I said at the beginning, Wi-Fi problems, laptop problems. But I'm gonna mention Marcos Alonso. I think he redeemed himself the game against Burnley on Sunday. I thought the goal was absolutely stunning, just absolutely brilliant. And he's getting there. He's improved just a little bit, but not that much. But on the Thomas Tuchel, he's getting there. And I have to give him credit for that. The performance against Burnley. And yeah, this guy hasn't been playing for Chelsea Football Club since that incident at the West Brom game when we were 3-0 down at half time. We managed to make a comeback, but I was so frustrated that we couldn't manage to beat West Brom. Yeah, Marcos Alonso was absolutely horrendous in that game against West Brom. But the game against Burnley under Thomas Tuchel, he's getting there. He's getting there. And Callum Hudson-Odoi, my God, he looks so good on that right hand side for Chelsea. He looks so good and he's improving. He's becoming one of our best young players so far this season. So yeah, I'm I'm just surprised that I even mentioned Marcos Alonso, and I thought that his career is over. But I think for this game against Tottenham, I think Thomas Tuchel will start him because the way he saw the performance, even the goal as well. So yeah, I mean, if he does start Marcos Alonso in that same position, then I'll be happy. I'll be happy. I'll get into the starting lineup, my predicted lineup in a few minutes. But yeah, you know, so yeah, Marcos Alonso is improving, and Carlos Odoi is turning into our best young players so far. And yeah, I'm really happy for Thomas Tuchel. Now let's get into the few things why I think Chelsea can beat Tottenham later this evening. So the first one is on form under Thomas Tuchel. In his last two games, one draw and one win. And in those two games, he picked up two clean sheets. And he has done that for the first time since Rafa Benitez did in 2012. So, yeah, things are getting well under Thomas Tuchel. The training is getting there. The performance is getting a bit better. We're starting to create more chances, have more possession, so I'm pretty confident that 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 the way that Thomas Tuchel set out his lineup is going to be very interesting. Maybe he'll go three at the back because he knows what Tottenham's lineup is going to be. Four at the backs for defense. So I think he'll put three at the back. Um Another reason why I think Chelsea will beat Tottenham is that Jose Mourinho is starting to fall down a bit. His players aren't performing well. His recent form hasn't been that good. I don't know. I think it's one win in the last maybe 7 or 8 games. I'm really not sure. But yeah, as you can see, that is really not good. And I watched the performance against Brighton. They have been absolutely awful. The defense was absolutely horrific. Brighton have more possession and more chances than Tottenham. So that's why I feel for Tottenham, but I'm confident for Chelsea because our recent form has been getting there, is improving under Thomas Tuchel. So that's another reason. And the last reason is that Chelsea, even though our two players are injured, our best, Carlos Odoi ain't injured. Ziyech is back. You know, our best players are not injured. But the really, really concern about the Tottenham one is that Harry Kane, the best striker, or maybe the best player so far this season for Tottenham Hotspur, has picked up an injury when Liverpool lost 3-1 against Liverpool last week. So yeah, it's going to be a very, very big blow for Tottenham that Harry Kane is injured. But yeah, even though Son is still in the still in the spot, I don't think he'll be able to score unless someone feeds the ball to him like Harry Kane does for that partnership. So yeah, and also Tottenham's defense has been a little bit shaky. Like I said, whenever the players have more space, the Tottenham defense don't even know where to go or who to mark. So yeah, that's why if we can be like Liverpool and Brighton, then I've no doubt that Chelsea can beat Tottenham later today. Like I said, this is going to be very interesting and a big test for Thomas Tuchel. But if he can go the game against Tottenham away from home and get the 3 points, I have no doubt that Thomas Tuchel is starting to improve and is getting better and better for Chelsea players. So yeah, those are the reasons why I think Chelsea can beat Tottenham later this evening. So that's why I'm confident. And yeah, Tottenham fans may disagree with me, but like I said, their recent form hasn't been that good. I can also say our recent form hasn't been that great, but last week the Chelsea Roman Abramovich have sacked him and they brought in Thomas Tuchel, and you can see the performance is improving under him. So yeah, I mean, even though I much hate Spurs, their new stadium is really good. Even though I haven't been there, I've seen the pictures. So yeah, it's a big place and a really nice stadium. And yeah, the ones that I can give you is that Chelsea are unbeaten against Tottenham 4 times this so far. Yeah, the last time that Tottenham beat Chelsea was at Wembley when we've lost 3-1, and that was absolutely pathetic and disgusting in the first half. You know, Harry Kane scores, Son scores a brilliant solo goal. Then it was Dele Alli, absolutely horrific. But then after that, we picked wins and 3 wins and 1 draw. Yeah, if you're thinking 1 draw, remember the game against Tottenham at Stamford Bridge? It was a nil-nil game. Timo Werner scores the goal, but rightly so, he was offside. And yeah, I'll talk about Timo Werner also in a few minutes. But yeah, our recent form against Tottenham has been really good, and last season, I mean, and so far we are unbeaten against Tottenham at that Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Even though in the Carabao Cup, when we've lost on penalties, it was 1-1, and and then our last season under Frank Lampard, we beat them 2-0, even though it could have been more than 2-0. And I do remember Anthony Taylor and the referee was absolutely shocking. The way they didn't give Marcos Alonso that penalty, this and that. So I still remember that. But hopefully, things can go well. The referees can make the right decision, and the players will have more possession, attacking well, defend well, and get the 3 points. So yeah, that's another thing I want to mention. So yeah, let's. So now we've got that thing going. Let's move straight on to the predicted lineup. Now, for this one, like I said before, I think Thomas Tuchel will go three at the back because he knows what Tottenham's defense is going to be, four at the back. And you saw the game against Burnley. Their defense was four at the back, and our defense was three at the back. So that's why we be able to defend well and make sure we get a clean sheet. So yeah, I think he'll go three at the back. So for this one, I'm going to go for 3-4-2-1, just like we did against Burnley, the exact same thing. So let's move straight into it. So the goalkeeper is going to be Edouard Mendy. I mean, 2 clean sheets in 2 games under Thomas Tuchel. I mean, even though he didn't have much, didn't have make a save, nothing like that. 2 clean sheets in 2 games under Thomas Tuchel is getting there. It's improving. I think in this game, I think he'll make some saves. I mean, if the defense can help him, then that would be great. Yeah, in that game against Burnley, he didn't have much to do. All he had to do was catch and that's it, not make a single save. And yeah, Burnley only had 1 shot on target, and that came at stoppage time where they didn't score. So yeah, so Edouard Mendy for me will be in goal. The defense, like I said before, I think Thomas Tuchel will go for three at the back. So the defense. So on the left hand side is going to be Rudiger. In the game against Burnley, I thought he did really good, commanding. Whenever we had corners, he was trying to score. So yeah, I thought Rudiger did well against Burnley. The centre back is going to be Thiago Silva. I thought he was absolutely fantastic. The way he did that block when Burnley thought they were about to score was absolutely fantastic. And Thomas Tuchel um, have played Thiago Silva at PSG. So maybe these two speak a little bit of French and understand each other. So yeah, I'm really so that's Thiago Silva as a centre back. On the right hand side is going to be Aspilicueta. I thought as a captain, a leader for that Burnley game, he did well. And also he was absolutely smart. The way Carlton Odoi did that assist and Aspilicueta knows where he's going to feed the ball into him and score that goal. I was absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So that's why Aspilicueta for me, he has got to start in this game against Tottenham. Now we move on to the midfields, and on the left wing back, I never thought I'd put and say this his name on my predicted lineup, but it's going to be Marcos Alonso. For me, yeah, I thought that his career is over, like I said in the beginning, but he's improved in that game against Burnley, and like I also said, he scored that fantastic goal. Belly, kneecap, foot, bang, top left hand corner on the left. So that was really good, and he's getting there. He's really improving, and yeah, if he can perform the exact same performance against Tottenham and maybe try and score, maybe Chelsea fans, which is me and everybody else, maybe we can praise him a little bit. Maybe we can say, you know what, he's getting there. He's getting there. He's really improving. Really improving. So yeah, Marcos Alonso for me starts at the left wing back. The right wing back for me is got to be Cannot Odoi. Two man of the matches already. He's becoming one of our best Chelsea young players so far this season. Whether he's trying to score and get an assist, you can see on the right hand side, he will just make the defense look weak. You know, Even the Burnley defense couldn't handle Cameron Odoi in that game because the way he was trying to do that skill, driving the ball, this and that was really good. And yeah, Cameron Odoi for me starts at right wing back. Now the midfields. Now, like I said in the beginning, Thomas Tuchel said that N'Golo Conte is free of injury, but like I said, I wouldn't have N'Golo Conte on the bench for me because if he starts and doesn't perform well, then there's going to be a problem. It's going to be a definite problem for Chelsea. Breaking the midfielders down, trying to get the ball back, this and that. So I rather have N'Golo Conte on the bench. So the midfielders is going to be Kovacic and Jorginho. I thought these two were absolutely outstanding against Burnley. Even Jorginho, I thought that, he doesn't fit into that midfield role. But you can see the game against Burnley. He was trying to win the ball back. The pass was brilliant. Everything was brilliant from Jorginho. And that's the same way with Kovacic. I think we're gonna call these. I think if you combine them together, we can call them Kovacic. No, actually, Jovic. I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe I have to pronounce it well. But yeah, these two have been brilliant. So that's why I would put Kovacic and Jorginho as the two midfielders rather than N'Golo Conte and Kovacic. That's what I would do. Now we move on into the wingers. Now now, for this one, I think Thomas Tuchel will put Mason Mount on the left wing. Now, I know us Chelsea fans don't like to see Mason Mount on the left wing, but the game against Burnley, he had four decent chances. Doing a long shot, this and that. He had so many chances, but I think Thomas Tuchel put him there, and I don't mind. I don't mind because he did well against Burnley. Like I said in my live watch along for the Burnley game, I thought Chelsea was so bad. Not the performance, just because, but we didn't create that much chances. Like I said, this that game could have ended maybe 4-0, 5-0, 6-0 because I thought we could have destroyed Burnley, but unfortunately that didn't happen. It really didn't happen. But yeah, Mason Mount. Let's hope in this game against Tottenham he can get those chances and put them in the back of the net. So yeah, so Mason Mount on the left. On the right is for me it's got to be Hakim Ziyech because because he fits well on the right wing. You know, even though he doesn't use his right foot, his left foot is magical. He can just feed the ball into Carlos Odoi and just score. You know, that's yeah, like Carlos Odoi said in that FA Cup review, that him and Hakim Ziyech have got a great partnership. You know, when Carlos feeds the ball into Hakim Ziyech, he scores. That and then it switches around. Hakim Ziyech feeds the ball into Carlos he scores. So that's why these two make great assists, and that's why I want to see Hakim Ziyech play on the right wing, so that team and Carlos can have that partnership. The striker, and for this one, it's got to be Timo Werner. I thought Tam Abraham was absolutely awful in that game against Burnley. You know, just had so many chances, but he was he was just putting his hands up, saying this and that, like he's frustrated. You know, that's not what we need from a striker. We need, you know, if you know that if you know that you did something wrong, then of course you can be frustrated, but you have to thank the person, the player who feeds the ball into you. So that's why for me, I don't want to start Tammy Abraham. For this one is Timo Werner, and Timo Werner has a really good record against Tottenham at their stadium. He has scored 2 times in 2 games. If you're probably thinking 2 goals against Tottenham at the Thomas Stadium, when Tottenham faced RB Leipzig, he scored the penalty, and that was 1-0. And that was last season in Champions League where Tottenham were out of it. Then the game against Tottenham in the Carabao Cup, he scored. You know, he scored, and unfortunately, that wasn't enough to make Chelsea go through to the next rounds when we've lost on penalties. You know, so this is Timo Werner's chance to shine. I'm hoping that his goal drought could be or should be over by now. You know, let's hope he can score against Tottenham. If he can get a hat trick, boy oh boy, I'll be very very happy for him, because now what that means is that he loves scoring against Tottenham, just like he did for RB Leipzig. So yeah, so that's why I want to see. So that's why I want to see Timo Werner try to make some chances and score. You know, against Tottenham yet again. I know Tottenham fans will not like him, but you know, let's hope he can do that. Let's hope Tottenham fans will be frustrated. You know, that Timo Werner scores again. So yeah. So that is my predicted lineup. Now my score prediction. I know I keep on saying 2-0, but this one, since I'm really confident under Thomas Tuchel, we can get to win and perform well. I'm gonna go for Tottenham nil, Chelsea 2. I think we will get another clean sheet, and Tottenham's, like I said before, Tottenham's defense has been absolutely horrendous in the game against Liverpool, and more especially the game against Brighton. So yeah, if we can get much space and you know, feed the ball into the striker, then who knows? We can get another win. And I'm praying to God that will be the same thing. Get another win at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, like, you know, beat the record. So yeah, that's my score prediction. Tottenham nil, Chelsea 2. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments what your predicted lineup is, and what is your prediction for this Tottenham versus Chelsea game? And yeah, I feel like there's going to be another masterclass from Thomas Tuchel coming. I think it's going to happen. And if he gets another win and another clean sheet, then yeah, we found someone who can stay for Chelsea for a bit of a long time. But like I said in the Burnley game, his job is to make Chelsea go through to the Champions League, and it's going to be very difficult, very very difficult. But the only way to do that is to make sure we keep our winning mentality and hope the other teams drop. You know, that's what we want, because if we be in the Europa League again, I'll be really upset. But it's not because of Thomas Tuchel. It's because of Lampard. It's because of him. I'll blame Lampard for making Chelsea go to the Europa League rather than Champions League. So yeah, so that's it. That's the end of this match preview. A huge game, a huge test for Thomas Tuchel, but hopefully a win. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later for the match review. And yeah, let's hope it will be another happy video. Thank you guys for watching. Look after yourselves. Take care and peace.